Hey everybody, Donnie B. Learn Pro Recording. You know, the site that not only shows you how to do some recording, but how to get paid for it. Come on over, let's make you money. I really want to talk to y'all today about something pretty important. It's called the imposter syndrome. I had a conversation with a couple of students this week, and it was like literally three of my students this week were experiencing a similar idea, a similar thing in their head. And I'm going to go ahead and attribute that to what we know as the imposter syndrome. The imposter syndrome basically means that we don't feel adequate as creatives. I'm sure that it affects everyone. I'm sure. But as a creative, I think it affects me and you and other creatives more to a degree that it's kind of debilitating. I mean, it kind of shuts us down. It can lead to other things such as depression and not feeling, basically not feeling worthy. So I really want to talk to everybody about that today. But of course, I got something free for you. Go grab my studio growth formula. And this PDF is pretty popular. Everybody seems to like it. This is something that can help. It's a 7-step program that can kind of help you build, grow, and scale your studio into something that could possibly one day overtake your day job money. Hashtag quit your day job. Come on over, Selma. We're having a great time. So I tell you what, let's get to the intro, run the intro. I'm just going to talk to you today. There'll be no slides. There won't be any, no videos or not. I'm just going to talk to you guys today. Personal. I'm going to share some personal information with you guys today. So if you're ready, let's run that intro and we'll get started. Okay, the imposter syndrome. Look, there are literally tons of videos on YouTube, tons of information on the internet about this particular syndrome. It's called the imposter syndrome. Basically, it makes us feel that we're not worthy, that we're not adequate, that we're not ready, we're not this, we're not that. And it does keep us from doing things that we should be doing. This is part of the problem, is that this is something internal that maybe we've always been told that, oh, you're not ready. Oh, you can't do that. You're not supposed to do it that way. You can't do it that way. What self-doubt is what it is. I mean, basically, I don't want to get clinical. I don't want to read from the characteristics of the imposter syndrome on this website. I don't want to do that. I want to try to help you understand that this is a thing. It it affects everyone. It affects all of us. Some of us a little more than others, some of us differently than others. But at the same time, it yet affects our lives. It affects our business. It affects our family. It affects everyone around us. It can lead to other things such as depression and feeling that you're not worthy and feeling that no one loves you and you don't want to be here anymore. There's help, ladies and gentlemen. There's a number you can call if this does come up. I'm going to put a link right here. But if you do feel like you need some help, you need to talk to someone, dial 988. It will help. It's basically a suicide prevention hotline. Not saying that the imposter syndrome can lead to that. I'm not saying that at all. But if this does actually lead to depression or lead to more things, or this could be a beginning, this could be a trigger for some, I don't know. But just, understand that there is help for everyone. There's help for you. There's help for me. There's help for everyone involved in everything. 988 is a new, so you don't have to dial a 1-800 number anymore. Now it's just 988, and it's awesome. Just please, if you're feeling depressed or you're feeling not adequate enough or you're feeling other feelings that you think someone can help you with that, please dial 988. Now, the imposter syndrome. A story. Oh, this all came up because this week I've actually had three of my students this week. They look. My students are here one-on-one. We're just me and the student together. Okay, that's it. Sometimes they come in as an apprentice, to practice their hands-on mixing or something in the studio, that kind of thing. But at that point, they can be together. But what I'm talking about is these three students all discussed this with me one-on-one in person. And it was a very similar, it wasn't exactly the same. It's not like they got together and talked about the thing. It was just very similar ideas that they had. And the similar idea that they had, the consensus of the idea was that they didn't feel that they could do anything until they finished their program and got their certificate. And look, I joked around. I said, "Oh, dude, if you want a piece of paper with your name on it, let me write a piece of paper. Let me write your name on a piece of paper and hand it to you." Well, I know that's not funny. Now, look, now thinking about it, it was kind of funny at the time, but it's not. I mean, it's an actual, because there was more than one, and I have felt this myself. And this is the thing, man. I have felt this imposter syndrome myself way more than one time, plenty of times. When I was in school, when I was still actually in school, I had not yet graduated and gotten my certificate. And this was a thing that happened to me personally. I had one of my fellow students in school he was an engineer for a couple of high profile clients, basically rock stars. And one time he double booked himself. So he was booked with one client, and then another client called and said, "Oh man, I need you." So instead of calling and trying to arrange to have the session go another time, another day, whatever, he called me and he said, "Hey man, I'm double booked. Would you mind taking care of this other session? It's really simple. It's just vocals. You can do it. I'm confident that you can do it." And he didn't really tell me who it was. Maybe that was a thing. He didn't really tell me who the client was. So when the client called, the management of the client called that afternoon to arrange for me to be the engineer on the session, I didn't answer the phone. And I didn't answer the phone because I didn't feel confident. I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel like I was good enough to go do this. An inability of my skills. I didn't think I could do it. So I just didn't answer the phone. Obviously, I didn't do the session. A couple of days later at school, my buddy was, he asked me how I enjoyed the session with Edgar Winter. And at that point, I had to let him know that I didn't feel comfortable, so I didn't answer the phone. I didn't go do the session. So he was a little aggravated with me because I had agreed to do his double session and yet I didn't. And then I was mad at me because I didn't do the session and I should have. He would not have asked me. Now looking back, all right, so 2020 behind you, right? Looking back, I understand. He asked me to do this session for him because he knew I was worthy. He was confident that I had the skills and the willingness to go do this thing. I didn't. And this is definitely the definition of the imposter syndrome. And it did affect me. It affected me later. I was like, "Oh crap, Edgar Winter, one of my favorite artists. I could have gone and hung out and did a thing. Maybe who knows, man? Maybe, we worked really well together, he and I, and we were able to do other things after that." I don't the possibilities are endless in that point. But my point is that because I didn't feel adequate, I didn't feel worthy, I was basically sabotaging my own success while I was still in school. I thought, and this was the consensus of these 3 students this week, I thought that having a certificate was the someone else telling everyone that I am worthy, that I can go do the thing. You know what I mean? It's I don't know what's weird about that, but there's something looking from the outside looking in. I can see these students. I know they're worthy. I know they can go do the gig. I trained them. I've worked with them for months. I know that they have the ability to go do it, but they may not. They may be waiting for a certificate. And this can go back to lifestyle training from day one, from conception. That you have to go get trained. You have to go to school and you have to learn a thing and you have to have a certificate that you hang on the wall and that's just how the world works. maybe that's the idea. Maybe that they've always done that, learned that way in school. Who knows? Who knows where it comes from? I am not trying to be a psychologist or a psychiatrist or a life coach, or I'm not trying to do that. I am trying to understand the fear, the actual fear that comes from this imposter syndrome. I can tell you honestly multiple times that this has happened in my life. I can tell you the day and the time. I mean, with this Learn Pro Recording, I have imposter syndrome with you guys every day. Every video that I put out, I'm like, is it good enough? I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't know if people are going to like it. I don't know if people are going to, I don't know if I can help someone. I don't know if I can talk to people and let them know that, hey, I do know what I'm talking about. But you know what's funny? I've been running this studio for 20 years. I've worked this studio for 20 years and I still feel inadequate sometimes. I feel like, I don't know. I've got a session coming up this week that a guy that I've worked with for almost 20 years, 19 years, he's a client. He's been my client for 19 years. When he comes here, he is the engineer. This week, he's got a double booking and he's asked me to do one of his gigs. I still have this little thing in my head going, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I know it's going to be fine. It's going to be perfect. I know this. But at the same time, I've still got this little thing in the back of my subconscious going, ooh, I don't know, bro. I don't know if you can get to that one. I know I can do it. And everybody else knows I can do it. It's just me. It's my problem. And it affects my life. It affects my job. It affects my commitment to my job. You know, I just don't know. But I don't know how to, I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to fix it for me. So I can't tell you how to fix it for you. One of the things I guess that I'm going to have to do is just for the thing that's coming up week is just do it. Okay, if I screw it up, I screw it up, you know, and I'm sorry, bro, I screwed up. Sorry. You know, what am I supposed to say? I'm an idiot. Okay. You know, and that will, again, that might be the trigger that next time this scenario comes up that I screw it up and I don't even want to take it because the last time I did it, I screwed it up. I don't know. It's just really weird. It is a horrible thing. Specifically with Learn Pro Recording. I am not a salesperson. I don't sell things. I don't know how to do that. I have a business coach that helps me with my business of Learn Pro Recording, of setting up, building a website for my business, setting up, having content for you guys, doing this. You know, I mean, the consistency of content it's difficult. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to run a camera. I watched a YouTube video on how to set up the camera and it's okay. You know, I mean, I don't know how to do this again, but here I am doing it. And hopefully I'm helping someone, one of you, even one person. If you want to leave a comment down below and let me know you're that person that I'm helping, please do. Please do. And that's all I really need. I'm not trying to do this to get rich and make a bunch of money. And I have experience. I have knowledge. I have an opinion that someone might want to hear about things that I know some things about. Recording, editing, mixing, post-production. I'm not a producer. I'm not a musician. I don't play. I play enough of stuff to get in trouble, but I don't really play. I'm not a piano player. I'm not a guitar player. You know what I mean? I don't do that. I don't make up songs. I don't write lyrics. I'm an engineer. I mix. I've mixed my entire life. This is what I've done. I've been mixing since I could remember, my teenage years in middle school. That's what I've done. And I still do that every day. I come in here. If I'm not talking to you guys on YouTube, I am probably either recording someone or mixing someone or teaching someone else how to record and mix. That's a big part of my life is as a teacher. Now, as a teacher, am I worthy to be your teacher? I don't know. It comes down to that. I mean, yes, I am. Even though, all right, I'm not an expert in any one thing. I'm not an acoustician. I'm not an electronic engineer that knows how to build microphones and make preamps. I don't do that. I don't know. I buy my preamps, you know? I ask friends about how to do the room treatments. I don't know. I'm not an acoustician, you know? But I I know some stuff. I've done it. I've This is the fourth studio that I've built in my lifetime. And this one is, I mean, this all the studios I've built have been awesome. This one's probably my favorite because I've been here the longest. We've made the most records here. We've made the most accolade records here. The gold and platinum records, the Grammy nominations, the Grammy win have all been done here in this studio. So I might be doing something okay if I've got all these accolades. Of course, again, that's not why I do it. I'm gonna follow my boy Bob Clearmountain on this one. I'm not here for the shiny trophies. That's not why I do this. I do this because I love doing this. That's the biggest thing, is that I love doing this. This is my passion, and I think that's a huge part of it. Is that this has to be a passion. You have to have the passion, and with general life the way that it is, you've got people telling you that you can't do that. You can't. No, you can't do that. Here's an example. When I first moved to Los Angeles, look, I don't know if you guys know this, man, but I come from a really tiny town in South Louisiana. People barely speak English in this tiny little village. Okay, it's a fishing village in South Louisiana on the Gulf of Mexico. It's crazy, and I moved out of that element to the biggest city, one of the biggest cities on the planet, Los Angeles, California. Who knew, man? I'm a little country fella from South Louisiana coming over here. I was gonna be a rock star, man. I was gonna rule the world as a rock star, you know. And I got here, man, and I didn't know anybody. So when I left, my parents were not very supportive. I love my parents to death, you know, and that kind of thing. I respect my parents, but they did not support me. Not only financially or anything, mostly emotionally. I didn't have support. My dad was like, you won't make it, bro. You're gonna be back. You'll be back, and when you come back, you're gonna work harder. So I'm gonna put you on the line. I'm gonna make you work harder. My mom was pretty pissed. She, you know, whatever. I'm the oldest child in the family, so it was my job to take over the family business when Dad retired. I didn't do that. I got two brothers, man. They do a great job. They're doing fine. You guys, if you guys are watching, well done. Congratulations. Thank you so much for taking over. But no, look. But my parents were kind of angry that I even left. And all I got was, oh, you're gonna fail. You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna be able to do it. You'll be back. You know. And I think for me that was like, I don't know if it. I think at the time it may have come from it might have come from something of love from my parents to tell me that, because they knew that I'm that guy that if somebody tells me I can't do something, then I go harder. I just go harder to make it happen. And maybe that's why my dad did what he did and talked to me the way that he did. I don't know. You know, looking back with 2020 vision, you know, that may have been it. Who knows? But I did. I hustled and I made it happen. I made it work. I was not going to go home. Maybe I did it out of spite, you know. Oh, don't tell me I can't do something. I think I've always had that anyway. I mean, I've always had that in me anyway. It's the you know, you can't jump off that bridge, bro, into the water. Yeah, bro, hold my beer. You know, that's the mentality. Hold my beer. Watch this. Hey, y'all, watch this. Hey, a tip, everybody. If a redneck says, "Hey, y'all, watch this," man, get the camera out. Some cool stuff's about to happen. And you might want to capture it. Look, no, and that's just the thing, man. Look, I joke around with it, but this is not a joking matter. This is not something to make light of. It is a thing that affects all of us, and I think it really affects the creative parts of us even more than other people and other professions, whatever. I don't know. I haven't really talked to a lot of people about this. This isn't really something that. Again, this isn't something that we normally talk about. This isn't something that even talking about this makes us feel inadequate. Like, oh, I'm kind of weak, you know, because I have to talk about my feelings now, and that shouldn't be a thing. You know, your friends and your family should be super supportive of what if you're going through something like this. You need support around you to help you through it. And look, it does happen to me quite often. I'm in a stressful kind of business right now. I've got the studio. I've got I teach for another school, and then I've got Learn Pro Recording at the same time. And this is all part of, it's a lot to do. It's a lot going on. There's a lot of technical stuff, especially with the studio. There's a ton of technical stuff. We've got 3 rooms here, and something's always broken. Something's always needing my attention throughout the day. Oh, hey, the speakers aren't working. What do I do? And it's always a thing. So, but even okay with that, I mean, I feel adequate with that. Why do I feel inadequate when it comes to actually working with a client? I don't know why I'm feeling this week with this client that's coming in. I've done exactly the same session hundreds of times in my career. And for some reason now on this one, maybe it's because I've got a guy who does this. That's his, he's a professional. That's all he does is film and TV stuff. And here I am, I'm gonna come in and try to do some stuff that he normally does. And I'm trying, maybe in my head, I'm trying to think, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be as good as that guy. I don't know, man. I don't know if I should do it. I don't know if I can. I'm basically berating my performance. I'm like cutting myself down because I don't feel worthy. And I don't know where this comes from, but I'm just gonna push through. I'll let you guys know next week how it goes. But no, look, it's gonna be fine. I mean, I just need to understand that this is what it is, and how to get over it, and how to not have it happen. You need the support. You need to know in your heart of hearts, in your mind, that you know that you are adequate, that you are worthy, that you can do this. Anybody can do this. You don't need to wait for the certificate, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need the piece of paper. If a client comes into my studio and I'm sitting at the desk and I got my hands on the thing, I got a Pro Tools session up, and I'm ready to go, do you think they're going to stop and ask me, whoa, wait a minute, let me see your certificate? No, nobody's going to ask me for my certificate. They just assume that I know how to use the thing because I'm sitting there as their engineer when they walk in the room. I'm the engineer. They just assume that I know how to do it. And I should assume that because that's why I'm here. That's why I sit there, because I am an engineer. I do sit there. That's what I do. So to say that I can't do anything until I get my certificate, I disagree. Let's get out there and start getting stuff done. Now look, I probably didn't talk to the student properly to boost them up and let them know, no, you are worthy. You can do this. I might have joked around and said, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You suck. I honestly don't think I said that, but if I did, I apologize. No, I would not say that. What I need to do though is when this comes up, I need to go, let's go do a session right now. Let's go do a session right now. There was another kid, and I know in his mind he was feeling not adequate. He was feeling the imposter syndrome. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. And one day I tossed him in a session with a client who was really good. I was there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was there with him, but I threw him in the chair. I said, "Hey, run the session." The kid he was physically shaking, and it wasn't funny. It was interesting to me that I had been in that place at one time, and I remember how I felt. And I remember that as long as I did the thing, even if I screwed it up immensely, I did the thing. And that got me over that hump of going, hey, I can do this. I do this. This is what I do. And that kid now this was, 3 or 4 months ago. The kid now he's doing great. He's still here. He's still working. I've seen him run sessions on his own. I've seen him run his sessions, so he's doing fine. With the teaching stuff, again, why would anybody want to learn something from me? I'm just me, dude. I'm not a teacher. What the hell? See? But that's part of the imposter syndrome. I'm thinking, why would anybody want to learn anything from me? But y'all do. You do. You're watching me right now, and you're listening to this story. And I appreciate that, by the way. Hopefully I'm going to help one of you. If I help one of you, I've done what I wanted to do today. So in the comments, man, let me know that I've helped you, that I've made you feel better about your imposter syndrome. Look, there's no cure for it. I don't know what the cure is. I mean, what I don't want is to see someone experience that and then go deeper and deeper and deeper into depression, and then go even further than that. And I really don't want to be a part. I don't want to. I don't want to see that. I want you to feel good. I want you to feel confident, and I want you to not have to deal with the imposter syndrome. And even though we all do. But when you do, when you'll notice it when it comes up, and you go, "Oh, it's just imposter syndrome. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be able to rise above this and be able to do it the way that I want to do it." Like I said, man, there's tons of information on the internet about this. If you guys want to go look at, when I was doing my research a little bit on this, I found just hundreds of YouTube videos from mostly in the creative space, but a lot attorneys and doctors and tennis coaches and fitness coaches and whatever, weight loss gurus. You know what I mean? Everybody has this. Everybody experiences this. It's just how we get over it, how we achieve to just do the thing. Is it like, okay, well, I've got the imposter syndrome. I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. That gig I got coming up this week, I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. Hey, if I screw it up, I screw it up. But if I screw it up, I'll fix it. Not a big deal. I'm not gonna screw it up though. Everything's gonna be fine. The kids that are waiting for their certificates, what I'm gonna do this week is I'm gonna pay them to run a session. Okay, look, you don't have your certificate, but I'm gonna hire you to run a session for me this week. So get ready. So you guys are watching me right now. Y'all get ready. Y'all know who you are. We've talked about it this week, but get ready. I'm gonna hire y'all to do a session this week, and you're gonna do it, even though you don't have a certificate. You're gonna be able to do the gig. Okay, my purpose is to show you how to use this information to go make your living, dude. There is no better job than this, in my opinion. I'm sure that everybody's got their own opinion out there about what's the best job. In my opinion, this is an awesome gig. This is an awesome job. I would not trade my job for anything. I have had other jobs in the past, and we might talk about that some other day, but I have had other jobs in the past, and I was very unhappy until I came back to this. Then I was in my place. This is where I belong. I may not be rich. I might not be wealthy. I might not have the biggest, fanciest car or the biggest fancy house. I may not have any of that. What I do have is the satisfaction that I am happy when I make my money. I actually don't even think about the money when I'm doing this. I just have such a great time doing the job. The money is secondary. The money is like, okay, well, that's a little bonus. That's a little lagniappe up on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, and that could be, again, part of that imposter syndrome. Me as a teacher, bro, I know some cool stuff, and I can share with you. If that's teaching, hello, I'm a teacher. I don't go at it like that, though. But the whole thing with Learn Pro Recording, it feels like some of the comments that we might get on YouTube or other things, even emails. We might get emails from people, and just some of y'all are nasty, man. Maybe not send those out. If you feel like you wouldn't want to have somebody talk to you that way, maybe not talk to me that way, or maybe not talk to someone else that way. Don't tell me you hope that I die because I suck. Okay, cool. I might suck now and then, but at least I know how to rise above the suck and get the non-suck thing going. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just be really careful with your comments, because they can be hurtful, and they can impact someone's life and someone's family and someone's ability to go out and make their money the way they need to make the money. So, again, I'm not yelling at y'all. I'm just letting you know that this is a real thing. And we should bring a little bit more attention to it as creatives, as studio guys, studio people, studio cats, if you will. So this is a pretty interesting talk. This is something that we should follow up on. Maybe do a little bit more talk about this later on. Please let me know in the comments if this has helped you, or maybe has made you aware of something you weren't really aware of. Or let me know if there's something that I can personally do to help you grow and to help you get over that hump of the imposter syndrome. Come on out here and make your money, man. This is a lifestyle that, eh, I mean, so it's not for everyone. Trust me. This thing that I do, this thing that we do is not for everyone. Everyone shouldn't do this. I mean, if everyone wanted to do this, they would. This is sometimes a thankless job, and again, that may attribute to some of the triggering of the imposter syndrome. Who knows, man? Who absolutely knows that? But it is a thing. It can be a hurtful thing. If you are leaving messages for people. I mean, I've had people tell me that they don't understand how they can't understand the way I talk. Okay, cool. Or another kid said he asked for some information, and then instead of just telling him the thing, I sent him to a YouTube video that I had done earlier, a comparison video between a hardware and a software, and he came immediately back and left a message. He left a message on this Facebook group, and he said, "Dude, you suck. You don't know anything. You only have 120 subscribers on your YouTube channel. You suck." Bro, really? That's hurtful, man. That's horrible. You're gonna base somebody's knowledge and experience on how many YouTube subscribers I have? Man, you're the idiot, bro. You know what I'm saying? I might have been new to YouTube. I might have been, this is my first year on YouTube. This month actually marks a year. Thank you so much for hanging out with me all this time. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying it. I'm learning a lot, man. My lighting's better. My cameras are better. Look at my background, bro. That's dope. It's working. So, but no, look, if you guys if you want to you want to find something funny, go look at my first video. Woo, it's horrible. Terrible times. I did suck, but I got better. That's what I'm saying. I did suck, but not anymore. I still might suck a little bit, but it's getting better. It's less of a suck than it was. I'll tell you what. But no, something like that, you can't base somebody's knowledge and experience on how many YouTube subscribers I have or they have, whatever. I might have been spending all my time, I don't know, winning Grammys and getting nominated for Grammys and getting nominated for Oscars and making gold records that are hanging on my wall and platinum records that are hanging. I might have been too busy doing that to be worried about YouTube. You know what I mean? But now that I'm in now that I'm in this space, I really do enjoy sharing with you guys knowledge and experience and things that I know and things that I have access to. You might not have access to a 1995 Allen Heath GS3000. I'm gonna show you mine. Come check it out. Actually, I'll put a link right here, and you guys can go look at that. I'll show you this from last week. It was awesome. There aren't any videos about that console on YouTube, and I thought, hey, let me put that out there. It'll be awesome. Who knows? Maybe somebody really wants to know what a GS3000 looks like, how it works. Let me explain it to you. So these are things. You know what I mean? If you guys out there watching and listening can understand that and understand a little bit about what the imposter syndrome is and how it affects us, how it affects the people that are dealing with it. You may be dealing with it yourself. You may see someone else dealing with it. Tell them, yes, you're worthy. Man, you're awesome. You're amazing. You do a great job. Every time I've worked with you, every time I've seen you work, it's awesome. I love learning from you. I love seeing what you do and how you do it. It's amazing. You, my friend, are awesome. And that's all it takes, man, is just propping each other up. I mean, this is what we should do. Everybody, no matter what you do, who you are, where you came from, what you look like, who cares? Prop everybody up. Man, y'all are awesome. Y'all are doing a great job. Can't wait to see what you do next. Damn. There you go. Hey, you know what? I'm going to leave y'all alone now. I'm going to stop talking about this kind of stuff. I could go on forever. I'll tell you what. But I do want you to remember, go get my free thing, man. It's going to help you build, grow, and scale your studio into something that can, hashtag quit your day job. Go grab it. It's learnprorecording.com/studio growth formula. It's awesome. And it's also going to put you on my list so that you can get this weekly content sent to your email. I'm constantly teaching, constantly showing you how to grow, teaching you things that can help you grow, showing you some mixes, showing you how to use things that you may not know how to use, showing you tools that I use that you may not, showing you different microphones that I use to capture things with. You might enjoy it, you might not. If you don't enjoy it, unsubscribe. Not a big deal. But go grab my free thing, man. It's going to help you grow. That's what we're here for, is to watch each other grow and prop each other up. And you know, so I tell you what, thank you so much for hanging out with me for this few minutes. Let me rant about some stuff that I don't really know that much about, but I do know that it does affect all of us, and it does affect me personally. So I'm glad that you let me talk to you about it today. And I want you to enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great, I guess it's the holiday weekend. The end of summer is coming up, you know, right now. So we're going to be moving into fall. Got some cool stuff coming up for you in the fall, man. Got some really cool stuff. There might be a new program coming. So get ready for that. And I can't wait to share with you. So we'll see you guys on the next time. Appreciate you so much. My name is Donnie B. I'm out. Peace.